Hello, my name is Craig Toker with the Toker Property Group. Welcome to 9255 East Saanich Road. So if you're looking at this video, you've probably seen a bunch of the pictures and kind of a sense of what it is, but this video is going to give you a lot of detail from start to finish. We're going to see every part of the property, around the property, and inside the property, the suite, the garage, the whole thing. So if you want details, this is the video for you. So just starting off here, this is a corner lot. It's about a half an acre, and you can see it's on the corner of Burroughs Avenue, which is a small little quiet cul-de-sac, and there's underground services, so there's no power lines. And on the corner on the front side is East Saanich Road. So down Burroughs, we do have access to the garage, and we'll show you that a little bit later on in the video. But for now, we'll start off with here. And you can see how the front has a lot of nice mature trees that gives it a lot of nice privacy. So you can kind of see down through here. So we've got two driveways in essence up in the front here. So we've got this one that goes down to the detached garden suite, which you can see at the end of the driveway. And then we've got the house on the left-hand side here. And then I'll show you another driveway over here. So you got two in the front, and then we do have access off of Burroughs as well to the garage. So nice thing about the house, the roof is approximately 2016-ish, and they've also had the repointing done. The chimneys are all done, the roof is done, and they've also blown in a ton of insulation back in around 2007 or 8, I think it was. When they had that all done. So the top side of the roof, all that's new, nice, and lots of insulation in there. So as you can see, here's another driveway on the side here. So this is great for either if you want to enter in and have your tenants on the other side, or if you've got a big boat, an RV, you could store it down here. Or of course, we got the backyard as well. So there's lots of parking options. So we'll just poke in the front here, and then we'll come back around and show you the front, or the back of the house outside first. So this would be the formal front entrance. So you can see the nice, really mature trees, and everything is in really nice condition. It is still run by oil. There is natural gas at the street, but this house is still hooked up to oil. So I think the oil tank there, it's a double wall system, and it's for the boiler system that's in the house. And that's about a 2013, if I remember right, oil tank, but there's a stamp on there so you can verify that when you're here if it's important to you. The windows and stuff are newer. The gutters, so there again, the front entrance, concrete stairs, metal casing there, railing, so low maintenance. The paint was also done on the house too. It's not that old, and all the windows have been kind of updated. So we'll take you through here, show you around the side. So again, like the convenience of this big corner acre, half acre property is really phenomenal. So you can see here on this little bump out here, this is an addition that was done in 2000, I think it was 13 or 14. We'll be able to clarify that, so if I'm wrong. So this was added on here. So now we're going to have new perimeter drains from this point around. This was all built with permits. So this part is all new, and it makes a phenomenal difference within the house. You can see the different clean outs here for the perimeter drains. The backyard is fully fenced with chain link fencing. So again, you can't see a lot of it, but it's all fenced. So there's no maintenance, and you don't have to worry about your pets and dogs and stuff getting out of the yard. But there's some phenomenal trees and stuff here. So again, you can see from the back of the house here, this is the addition. And when we go inside, you'll see how phenomenal this is. So you've got the double sliding patio doors, lots of light in there. This is a nice storage shed here. So actually we'll poke in and show you this. Lots of nice patio space too. So this is quite nice. So again, just a storage unit. It's kind of nice. Always needs storage, but there's plenty of storage in here. And then so you've got lots of patio space. Again, really nice area here to sit and have dinners or lunch or whatever, nice and quiet. So there's a nice little pond here. There is a cherry tree in the outside edge perimeter there. There's a couple of apple trees. I'll try to point them out as we kind of come across them, but just really, really nice and private. So if you look around, you can see how private this is. So this huge lot, you can be out here, you don't see any neighbors. It's really quite nice. Now those big trees at the very top in the backyard there, there's an easement because we're close to the airport that the airport has the ability to come out there and top those trees when they get to a certain height. However, the runway that's blocking potentially this area. They don't use it that much anymore, so they haven't been coming out to trim them, but they do have the right to do that, which is kind of nice because it's not at your cost, but then the trees stay tall, but you still have privacy, but you're not going to lose all your sunlight. So it's kind of a nice little benefit. So again, you can see some beautiful areas in here. So here's the pool. Again, nice and private. It's all fenced off as well. Keep the pets out. Don't want your dog jumping in there, swimming into the pool, I don't imagine. So you can see this was also done in 2013, the deck. And then it's a nice composite decking on here, so you don't have to worry about staining and rotting. It's basically a lifetime product, so we're told anyways, with the new recycled plastic. And then you've got aluminum railings with glass all the way around. So really nice pool deck, nice area pool. And again, as you can see, no windows. You don't see any neighbors. So there's the side, on the side road where Burroughs is, Burroughs Lane, and behind the garage, and we'll show you that when we get to there. But again, it's completely private. It's beautiful. It's all the way through. So you can see at the back here too. We've got another little storage shed. So just a metal storage shed. Again, it's all fenced still. And you can see these big trees are predominantly on the neighbor's yard. But there's a few in here still that you still have some nice privacy on this lot. But look at the size of it. And potentially, I guess, could be subdivided or whatever down the road if somebody really wanted to. And having access on that side lot makes a big difference. So let's go down here. So yeah, it's nicely done. So again, if you don't want the pool, easy to remove it because it's not built in, it's just an above ground pool. So if you really don't like the pool, easy to get rid of it. It's not like it's a concreted in-ground pool like you see on some houses where now what do we do with this big hole in the ground if you don't want it? Well, this could easily be removed and you've got lots of space in here. So that's not going to hinder what you do with the property at all. So again, you can see how far back it goes, nicely landscaped around the perimeter of the lawn here. And then up along this edge over here, we've got your wood storage, could be some more storage. So there's some little shelters here to keep some stuff dry. So if you have a lawn tractor or whatever you want to do, you could store it back here. Again, another apple tree. You can see lots of apples. Another one on the front yard there. So again, this is Burroughs Lane. So you can kind of see, you can kind of poke your head up and see. So you can see we've got access from this road too. So really nice, quiet subdivision. There's what, 3 houses on this here. So very quiet, nice. And then we've got a garage here. So the roof was done about the same time as the house. There's power here, but no lights and stuff. It's just with the extension cord. So if you really, really wanted to, you could create this to be driveway and parking for, again, RV or boat storage. You could run some power properly to this garage, and you got a really nice workshop, you know, whatever, options. So it just really depends on what it is that you need it to do for you, but there's lots of options. So currently it's being used as a garage. So lots of storage in here. So it's a nice garage, concrete floor. But again, just power through an extension cord. It's not actually powered in. Okay, and then we go through here. So again, some really nice mature landscaping and just nice sitting areas, nice and private. Nice little areas. Nice little cottage. Watch your step there. And then we'll come in and we'll go through this side door here and show you the property. So again, this was the first driveway that we showed you, and we've got a carport here and then some storage there for your recycling bins and garbage bins. And this is going to be the little detached cottage. So it's got new siding on it. It's got a metal roof on it. So that's a lifetime thing. We'll show you that at the end. We'll circle back around after we do the house and show you what's inside that cottage at the very end. So stick around for that. Otherwise, this is the new extension part in here, which they've redone a bunch of this. So you can see the original house. And then this has been updated. So this all has in-floor heating. So this is all in-floor heating through that boiler with the oil heat furnace. And so you can see these beautiful fur cabinets. So you got these nice storage in here, solid doors. You got your coats, you got a spot for all your other stuff. And then you've got these nice drawers on the bottom. So again, the drawer slides are on the bottom. They're not on the sides. Quite nice. It allows the drawer to be a little bit bigger. also a lot stronger, and it is all dovetailed, the fascias. So nice little sitting bench here, lots of newer windows. And again, this is all heated tile floors through here. So very maintenance free. You know, you can pick and choose what door you want to open, you know, which side. So depending on your furniture placement, it's not going to affect what you do to get back in and out. So when you open up these doors, you have inside, outside living. It's all tile, maintenance free. So you don't have to worry about dragging stuff in because it's not hardwood. You're going to wreck the floors. So you got this vaulted ceilings in here on this addition. It's beautiful. Wood burning fire, wood stove here. It's really quite nice. So again, the heat just heats up all the tile, heats up the tile here, and you just have that nice convection that kind of rolls through and keeps it really nice and warm in here. And then they do have the cables run for TV over here as well as over here. So you have a couple of different placements for the TV. And then up here, we've got the original 40s house with the original fir floors. And so we have this kitchen. So have a look at this. So standing here washing dishes and look at your view out the back. Complete privacy, no windows looking in at you, lots of sunlight coming in, very, very, very bright, and yet you can see what's going on. So there's also, we'll show you here, the original living room, which is on the back side. So the kitchen's right in the middle of it all, which is, watch your step. There's the kitchen right in the middle of it all, which is very, very cool. So you've got living space in here, and you've got the living space at the front, which we'll show you, or it could be a nice dining room area, if that's what you really wanted to do. So there's lots of these an older kitchen, but there's lots of pullouts all the way throughout for ease of storage and the cabinetry. So we've got some in here. I know there's some in there. I think there's a couple more. There's one in here. So there is a bunch of those, which is really quite nice. And so we've got the extra cabinets here. So the old radiator heaters still work. Again, they're oil fired. They work really, really well. And if you wanted to, natural gas is on the street. You could convert that oil furnace or boiler to a natural gas system if you chose to do that. So that's nice. So this is the old original kitchen. And then here, it would be the original front entrance and living room. So again, nice, beautiful fir door, new hardware on it. The front steps to the second driveway that we walked past at the very beginning of the video. So that's what that is there. And you got these beautiful fir floors, newer windows in here as well, the original light fixture. And look at this fireplace around, it's very cool. So I don't know what kind of material, it looks like some sort of a mahogany veneer that they've got on here. So it's got lots of character, really quite nice. Still have the cove ceilings, which everybody loves, and it's got the floor inlay on the hardwood oak floors. So the living room's got oak, and then in here we've got the fir, and we've got a bunch of the old doors that look pretty original, the old hinges and stuff. Really, really nice. And again, you've got another pantry, storage, attic access up there. And then you can have a look at this bathroom. So it's super bright. It's got a skylight that opens, so you can actually open the skylight. And then you've got the tub surround and one-piece toilet, easy to clean, nice and easy. And then you've got the newer vanity, and you still got the old radiator in there as well. And then, so this is one bedroom up here. So you just got some a closet here, space. And then it's got a walk-in closet here with a window in it. So this is the only original single pane window in the house, which is in this closet. So it's not such a big deal. But it's nice. Again, you know, there's nobody looking in your windows. You don't really need blinds in this house because it's so private, front and back. It has such a good feeling to it all the way through. It's actually really, really nice. So it's nice, the old original entranceway. And then your dining room here. So again, this is a fairly good sized dining room, but if you wanted a big formal dining room, you could always make that living room into a big formal dining room if you really wanted to, with the fireplace and stuff, if you're doing big gatherings. Otherwise, you can still put a big, big table in here if you wanted. Or you get two living rooms like we have it set up here as well. So really lots of options, depends on your lifestyle and what it is that you want to do with it. So downstairs here, we've got a couple more bedrooms. So down here, we've got some storage under the stairs. So it's just a closet under the stairs. Extra storage. Little nook here great spot for a desk, you know, or maybe a place to put all the kids' toys. You know, it's a nice little area here. And then we've got the laundry room downstairs here. It's got a new laundry sink, newer machines, new vinyl flooring. It's not tiles, vinyl. It's really nice. You don't have to worry about getting water and stuff in there. Again, another storage closet in here. Just, you know, it's nothing fancy. A little extra storage to access the plumbing. So a lot of the plumbing has been updated. The plumbing to the street is newer. It's all the white PVC pipe. So it was done previous to my clients. So that has been upgraded. And you can see a lot of the plumbing throughout has been upgraded as well. So it's not the old cast iron. So you got one bedroom in here. Also downstairs here, the ceiling and the walls have been insulated with rock sol insulation. So the old foundation walls here, so there's concrete in behind here. There's styrene insulation on top. Then there's a 2x4 wall built around that. And that 2x4 also has insulation of rock sol insulation. So it's very well insulated behind this wall, behind here, and in the ceiling. So you got rock sol there and on the side walls. So very, very efficient. And you got another bedroom in here. A little smaller bedroom, but they all have closets. Same thing, well insulated. And they got double pane vinyl windows. And the chimney, I think I said before, it's been repointed upstairs too, so it's all good to go. A linen closet. Most of the closets have lights in them as well, which is nice. You may have noticed or not. But like this one's got a light in it as well, same with the other one. So again, lots of storage, nicely lit. And then we have in here, we've got the electrical panel. So this is a 200 amp service. So you can see it's a huge electrical panel, and you can see the blue styrene insulation that was put on. There's 2 layers of it. And then around the other side, on top of that, there's a 2x4 wall with insulation in that as well. So lots of insulation. There's lots of room for breakers, so you can increase whatever do you want to use. They did the EnerGuide rating here, so that'll be listed on the listing too. It's a 70. And like I say, they put in a ton, they blew in a ton of insulation in the attic. Down here's got tons of insulation. So that's all been looked after. And then in here, we just have basically our water shut off that comes into the house. And the one water shut off here, this one. So this is the water that goes to the suite, the detached suite outside there as well. So you have a shut off to that, should you need to turn it off. So nice space. So you got lots of room in here. So this is a great family space. No, we don't want to forget the bathroom. So again, really quite charming. So you got the pedestal sink, you got the old clawfoot tub with the old shower curtain ring around here. There is a bathroom fan, and there's a towel heater. So this is pretty cool. So you can actually turn this on, it's electric. You can turn on to fan, you can turn on to heat. So you can actually have heat blowing down onto your towels so they come out nice and warm and dries them off. It's kind of nice to have that option. You don't see that too often. And then you got a nice linen closet in here for all your towels and sheets and stuff, because all your bedrooms are down here. And it's quite nice. So nice space, lots and lots of room. So why don't we take you out and we'll show you the suite and the back there. So this is a nice little suite. It's been here since the 70s, the suite. It was originally built as a garage, and since the 70s it's been occupied as a secondary living space. So you can kind of see the old original concrete garden boxes in the front, and then they've got newer windows, and again it's got a metal roof, new metal facade, hardy board planking on the side that matches the house. So it ties all nicely together. You can see this space out here has a heat pump. So there's a mini split inside. So that's kind of cool. And this is just a grate for the extra water that runs out into the back there. So in here we have the suite. So you can see this is would be maybe the living room originally or whatever, depending on how everybody wants to use it. You could turn this back into a garage if that's what you really wanted to do. The old garage door was in here. You can see the mini split up there. Then again, lots of windows, nice and bright. It's got its own laundry, its own hot water tank. It's an older hot water tank. It's probably getting, don't know the year of it, but it looks older to me. So we got the laundry machines in here, more storage in there. And again, you've got the tile countertops, nice and durable. So you got, it's got a nice feel in here, nice and charming. And then of course, beautiful views out to the back. So they've got their own private little backyard back here, which is nice. And then on the other side of the fence would be for the main house. And so again, it's nice and private, it is separated. And so you could separate the front too, in the fact that they could have their own driveway here with a carport if you want. You could park on the side, or you could park in the back by the garage, or vice versa. But there is also parking on Burroughs Lane, and that's where the current tenant parks, is on that lane. There's a nice pathway with an arch and everything that comes in off the side of the street right into here. So she parks right there and comes in. So really the tenant's parking on the street out there anyways. So you can do the same if that's what you wanted to do. So again, this is used as a living room, dining room combination. Lots of options in here. It's got a nice feel to it. A nice large primary bedroom. You got big windows, but look at the landscaping on the outside. This is the side looking out into Burroughs. And if you look to the right, Ryan, you can kind of see there out the window, you can see the little pathway there. That's where the tenant comes into a little arbor there and into the side there. So the park's out on the side there. And then we've got a big walk-in closet here. There we go. So you can kind of see just quickly, it's super tall. There's a lot of storage in here. It's a nice big room. So there's a huge storage slash closet for the tenants. So again, big room. This is a room for a king size bed in here, no problem. They've got baseboard heat plus the heat pump. And then you've got the back entrance here, and this is the bathroom. So there's that, and then there's the sink behind the door. There is a bathroom fan there as well. And then we've got access out to the back patio. So they've got their own little garden space back here, nicely tucked away in the corner. They got lots of mature landscaping around here. It's all fenced. So if they had their own dog or pet, it's all fenced in here for them. So it's a really nice little space. And so as you can see, there's a lot to see in this property, but quite honestly, it shows a lot better in person. There's nothing that supplements that, but we're trying to give you enough content to give you a sense of what the property is all about. But there's a lot to see here, and it's a very, very nice property. I highly encourage you to come check it out for yourself. We're going to take the drone up as high as we can, but because of the airport, we're restricted. So we'll show you as much as we can. But thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.